You are now watching the Queen Chioma. So hey guys, I'm back with another video. So tonight's video is yet again another Chioma Chats video podcast edition. So in tonight's video, I wanted to talk about Zonnique, who is the daughter of Tiny from the 90s R&B group Escape and the stepdaughter to hip-hop rapper T.I. So we all know that she just announced her pregnancy a few days ago. The internet pretty much congratulated her and wished her the best, even though I feel like a lot of us deep down inside did feel like we had our reservations to the situations as to why she would allow herself to be the third baby mother to a rapper who doesn't have as much as her and has two other kids by two other women. My reservation was, honestly, I don't care if she wants to have a baby young and before she gets married, even though that's not something I strive to do. I understand that life does happen. People are grown and can make those choices. I just feel like if you're going to be someone's third child's mother, at least be the wife. And that's where tonight's video comes in. So the Shade Room reposted this virtual interview that she did, and she was questioned about her intentions to get married amidst her now expecting her baby girl. So Zonnique responded with the following.
Do you have a baby? Are you going to get married? What is your take on that? Do you want to get married?
You know what? I'm actually not. My mom always is like, you need to stop saying that. But I feel like at my age, I don't really want to get married right now. Like, I feel like that's an even bigger commitment. I don't know. I hate to say like it's an even bigger commitment than a baby to me, but getting married just seems like so much. Like, so right now, that's not really what I would like to do. I feel like my boyfriend is more into like the whole married topic, but I told him like, you know, I just don't know about that yet. So yeah, like that's, my mom's always like, girl, you have to, if your man is talking about marriage, you need to be like, yeah, like, and I'm just like, I just don't feel that way right now, baby. Maybe, you know, down the line. That would be, you know, I feel like, okay, yeah, I want to get married.
Now, when her mother Tiny announced that Zonnique was pregnant, she took to her Instagram and basically made a post full of excitement. She basically said that she could finally announce that her baby was having a baby. And one Instagram user commented back and said, finally, why not teach your baby not to be another baby mother, but to be a wife? And Tiny responded back and said, girl, get the F off my page with that shit. She's gonna be good if she don't have a husband. I didn't have one when I had her, and we did damn good, and we're great now. And I'm just like, woo, child. I feel like I'm having the same conversation over and over again with you guys about this type of topic, but I feel like it's so important in a young woman's life, especially as young black women, because the stereotype is that all we're good for is getting pregnant young, having babies with multiple different men, and I just don't want that to continue. I understand that that happens in a lot of communities of young black women because, you know, I have friends who are going through the same exact experience, like a lot of friends. But if the discussion can be brought about to make it be known that you don't have to go that route when it comes to reproduction and marriage, I would love to keep that conversation up. So I broke my video down into two main talking points, so let's get right into this video. So point number one is baby mama culture. So last year in 2019, I made a video titled Baby Mama Culture, and this was my favorite video that I made because I feel like it was really impactful for young women who have not had a child, young women who have had a child, and even grown folks who could give their insight to their experience in having a child young or waiting for marriage to have a child. So I felt like every woman could resonate to that video, which I will link below so that you guys can check out, as the video created a conversation about not necessarily the do's and the don'ts, but the pros and the cons to having a baby young. So the images that I used in the video and in this video were of women in the media that is geared more towards young black women and pictures of them through pregnancy and through motherhood. So because there are so many examples of this, I feel like the yearning to be a wife has definitely diminished over the years. Baby mama culture used to be something that I feel like some people actually felt ashamed to be, but it seems like in this day and age, we see more women getting pregnant young without requiring any full levels of commitment. People can say what they want about how marriage is not for everyone, but being a baby mother isn't for anyone either. And that's just my opinion. I'm pretty sure that people would rather not be married at all than to have a kid by someone who doesn't commit to you, doesn't want you, may not want the baby, or even if they do, just doesn't take your situation and your relationship with your family to a committed situation so that you can ensure social, marital, personal, and financial benefits in the long run. Marriage is not just a piece of paper, okay? It's an actual moral commitment more than anything, but it just so happens to be legally recognized, which is not a bad thing at all. I feel like baby mama culture to me and what I see with my friends and in the media is like a big dose of birth control for myself. I see what my friends go through. I've dated guys with kids and I see what they go through, and I look at the media and some of the women whose music I like or I follow on Instagram, and I know their situations are not ideal regardless of what people try to tell me. I feel like with Zonnique, she may be downplaying her intentions intentions to be married off the strength that she subsequently has to focus on being a new mom. And that's one of the things that baby mama culture does. I feel like it prolongs the yearning to be married to your partner because there's a priority that now has to come first for a good while just to test your relationship, when I don't think a baby should be the test to what a relationship is going to be. I feel like the individual actions from both people involved should be the test, then marriage. Then to me, the baby is supposed to flourish between those two people and bring them into a closer union through whatever. Baby mama culture to me doesn't really have much benefit, if any at all. I feel like nowadays people make so many excuses and just say that, people don't want to be married just to downplay how bad or dumb their situation may be. If you don't want to be married, that's fine, but I don't see why even have a child with someone that doesn't want to marry you or at least commit to you in a certain way. There are couples that are strictly boyfriend and girlfriend that operate better than a married couple, but that does not mean that you would not want to marry that person. You're just in a good or ideal situation in which you may not be married yet, but you've already made a commitment to be together for you, your significant other, and your child or children. And in most baby mama situations, that's just not the case. A lot of these women are single mothers who are by themselves, primarily being with the child, as a man kind of gets to do whatever he wants because I guess that's just the perks of being a man. The saying goes, mother's baby, daddy's maybe. So point number 2 is being married young. Now, I'm not married. I don't have a kid. So when I have these conversations, I love when married people or women with kids get in my comment section because I learn a lot and it spreads knowledge to other people who may be looking for advice. So I can't speak on marriage as obviously I'm not there yet, but when she says that her boyfriend speaks of marriage but she doesn't know about it, I kind of call bullshit. Like, I feel like that's code for he doesn't want to get married to you right now. To me, a child is a lifelong commitment. You can definitely divorce a husband, you can definitely break up with a boyfriend, but you cannot divorce your child, okay? You can't break up with your child. And I'm pretty sure some people have tried. So I understand that marriage is hard and all of that, but once you have somebody's baby, that is forever and always. Like, you just can't get rid of that. Maybe you guys can tell me in the comment section, is there an ideal age for someone to be married, or does it strictly depend on the situation? Zonnique is 24 years old. She's expecting her first child with her boyfriend, who is 23 years old and has 2 other kids by 2 other women. So the gag is she has more to lose than he does. So he would be benefiting from a marriage and technically having a kid by Zonnique. So maybe that's why she's hesitant, and that she isn't sure about the level of commitment that they have. And she's probably going to be testing the waters once this baby gets here to see if he's like, a marryable man. But I feel like a baby should never be the test because you can never take it back. Sometimes I feel like this is why young women should not have children young, not necessarily because of age, but simply because of maturity and the things that we want to do as young people. I just graduated from college in May. I have a bachelor's degree in communications, an associate's degree in marketing. I live alone. I'm single. I have my brand and my business. There's literally nothing holding me back. And that's not me being a pick-me. That's just me stating facts about my life. My level of maturity is high because, I'm really ready to focus on myself and my brand and build this up. And then hopefully a good man comes along and we can build each other up and do all of those things together. But if I was trying to do all of this and had a baby and then had to test myself and my boyfriend, I feel like things would just fall apart for me because I'm not necessarily there in terms of maturity. And it's not necessarily about my age. It is about your stability within your life, not just within your brand and in your career and your business, but with your significant other as well. She has been dating her boyfriend for a bit over 2 years, and we haven't heard any controversy about them. There hasn't been any cheating scandals. They seem to post each other a lot and they look like a happy couple, but of course we don't know what happens behind closed doors. I feel like those of you guys that are in Atlanta where they live, y'all probably hear the streets talk, so if there's any tea, feel free to share. But in the grand scheme of things, it seems like a stable situation. All in all, I feel like Zonnique is literally beginning a part of her life that is going to test her, and I really want her to prosper in this situation, but it's really 50-50. A baby is not a joke, especially when you're dealing with a man who already has kids. Your body's going to change, your mind is going to change, everything's going to change, and not necessarily for the worse, but it's just going to be different. Like, I look at my friends from high school and how they were before they had kids and how they are now, and it's just 2 completely different people, in some ways good and in some ways bad. I think her comments about marriage are suppressed because she has to focus on the baby now because she really has no choice. Like, had we been celebrating a proposal, I think things will be different in this conversation, but I really hope that for the sake of the baby and her and their relationship, that this all works out. I really feel like she feels this way because she doesn't really have any options right now other than to be a mother. Like, she's 5 months along, she cannot go back. I think she's a smart woman, but in this interview or this little snip, because we didn't see the whole thing, she kind of sounds dumb. Like, you can always walk away from a man or a woman or whatever you choose, but you can never walk away from your child, even when things are at its lowest point. So I really hope that this situation works out for her. So that is it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. What were your thoughts on Zonnique's comments about marriage? What were your thoughts when you found out she was expecting a baby? And if some of you who have kids and are young, or some of you that are married, please shed some light and some advice for some of us young girls. You know, I'm 23 years old. I have no clue on any of those situations. I only know what I see in front of me. So if you have any tips or advice, definitely leave it below. Don't forget to follow me on all of my social media networks, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys. Sometimes people expect all women to be like this modest, ladylike, holier than thou, like all those types of things. And that does not apply to the majority of women within female rap. The song is called Wet Ass Pussy. What did people think they were going to rap about? The entertainment industry focuses a lot on sexualizing just about everything, but women in particular. This is nothing new. We knew we were going to get a raunchy song just from the look of the song cover. This was what is in style as of 2020, and I see some women and men upset at the fact that this song was over-sexualized or hypersexualized, but I didn't expect anything less, because the plight of both of these women, as well as some of the women who made cameos in the video, are all sex appealing. Like, that's their plight. So I can't really knock them. Go on to any one of these Instagram pages of any of these ladies and it's just sex appeal. That's their thing. I can't hate on what they're doing. I can only agree or disagree with it as it relates to myself. We can understand that sex sells. I also want to encourage people to take everything you see in the